Coming up on this week's edition of Winthrop Close Up.
We'll give you the latest on President DiGiorgio's involvement in a hit-and-run accident.
And with fall break just around the corner, Lorna Webster tells us about recent changes involving the drop date.
Elections are just around the corner, and tensions are building among York County Republicans and Democrats. We'll give you the latest from the campaign trail. All this and more coming up.
Winthrop's source for your news, your sports, and your entertainment. You're watching Winthrop Close Up.
Welcome back, Winthrop. I'm Brandon Taylor.
And I'm Stephanie Graddick. Over the past weekend, University President Anthony DiGiorgio found himself in some hot water with Rock Hill Police. Philip Reynolds has the details.
Dr. DiGiorgio and his wife Gail were dining at the Tequila Family Mexican restaurant Saturday night when Rock Hill Police say he allegedly backed into a parked Honda van while driving his state-owned Chrysler 300M. Police say he then left the scene of the accident after getting out and looking at the damage.
Officers arrived and talked with witnesses who identified a specific vehicle, some Winthrop markings, and gave us a tag number. We were able to identify the car belonging to Dr. DiGiorgio. He was contacted. Turns out that he was the operator of the vehicle. He was subsequently issued a citation for leaving the scene of an accident. He did get back in the car and leave.
In a statement released by DiGiorgio on Monday, he said, quote, "Since this was on private property and the car was parked with no one in it, I understood my duties to be to notify the owner of the car and to notify the state insurer. Dr. DiGiorgio will have to pay a $150 fine and 6 points on his license or face trial on October 26th.
For striking an unattended vehicle, the law says that you either have to locate the vehicle owner and notify him or driver, or you must put a note on the vehicle detailing the events of the accident, leaving your name, address, and information so they can contact you, which was not done, and therefore that's the reason he was issued a citation.
From police headquarters in downtown Rock Hill, I'm Philip Reynolds reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
The first round of test results are in, and perhaps you've got a little more red X's than checks. If you're not quite cutting it in class, you better get out while you still can. Lorna Webster tells you why.
Winthrop has adjusted its N grading policy so that the last day to drop a class with an automatic N is October 20th.
In the past, you could drop a class with the automatic N through the first 5 weeks of the semester. Now it's changed to the 60% point of the semester, or October 20th for full semester-long classes.
After the 20th, students cannot drop out of the class, and faculty cannot be persuaded to grant a struggling student an N at the end of the semester. Students will receive the grade they earn.
The faculty felt that there were too many students who were waiting too long in the semester to decide if they were going to stay.
And the one-date dropping system may make things a little less confusing.
The one drop date system is going to make it just a lot easier for most students to negotiate the dropping of course.
So evaluate your performance and either buckle down or get out before your GPA suffers. With photographer Stephanie Graddick, I am Lorna Webster reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
The campaign trail in York County is heating up with just a little more than a month until Election Day. Christoph Reed gives us the latest report.
You've seen the signs spring up everywhere on Ebenezer Avenue and Eden Terrace. In the past few weeks, increasing amounts of political propaganda have appeared on the lawns of many loyal Democrats and Republicans around Winthrop. But why should Winthrop students care about the battle for the South Carolina 5th Congressional District between John Spratt and Ralph Norman? Political science professor and recent debate moderator Scott Huffman argues that the outcome of the November election will in fact affect Winthrop students and the university.
In fact, a lot of Winthrop students are engaged in projects that are being helped by the federal government and our 5th District representatives that they're not even aware of.
Many students, however, are still unaware who Spratt and Norman are and why they are running. John Spratt, the 23-year incumbent and York County native, is considered to be South Carolina's last yellow dog Democrat. His current platform includes national defense, health care, education, and immigration. Republican challenger Ralph Norman was elected to the South Carolina House of Representatives in 2004. His platform includes agriculture, national security, and family values. In a debate earlier this month, Norman defended his decision to vote against state money for Winthrop and York Tech, stating that, quote, "I voted against these projects, and I would do it again." If you're interested in this election, you should attend the next scheduled debate on October 24th at York Tech. With photographer Allison Rauch, I'm Christoph Reed reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
If you missed out on the recent volunteer fair and need a way to serve the public, York Place might be what you're looking for. Rich Owensby takes us there.
This may look like an ordinary playground, but there are more than just slides and swing sets here. It's a beacon of education and caring for at-risk children. This is York Place, one of the many organizations where students can reap the benefits of giving something back, even if it's just to fulfill a class or scholarship requirement.
I feel like I'm actually helping them get things done and keeping things organized around the campus.
York Place started in 1850 in Charleston as an orphanage, but relocated to York in 1910. The campus evolved over time, even using what used to be a farm as therapy during the Depression and World War II era.
What began as a humble operation in the 30s and 40s is now expanding as York Place is building a better opportunity for their children with 2 new cottages and a dining hall.
One of the cottages will be used for family therapy, a key part in the program, while the other will be temporary housing. Also, though it's steeped in the Episcopal Church, York Place accepts all children and uses the faith-based therapy as a secondary to the more traditional methods.
Many of them come with just unimaginable horrors that they have suffered. And we see them turn around, with faith and love and a lot of therapy that we give them.
Special education teacher Linda Richardson sees the educational opportunities the communal experience brings.
When they're here, they realize there are other people, there are other children just like them or with more severe issues. So they almost feel like they're at the top of their game.
When it comes to caring for children, York Place is in a league of its own. With photographer Megan McIntyre, I'm Rich Owensby, reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
Last week, Winthrop Close Up brought you an exclusive look at the new movie Asylum being filmed right here on campus. Now John Poole takes you behind the scenes.
It was lights, camera, action here at Winthrop. With the new film Asylum being shot at familiar locales, one has to wonder what it takes to turn the campus into a mental institution. Wonder no more.
There's a lot of preparation, a lot of organization. It takes a lot of people and hard work to make everything run smoothly.
The crew spent the better part of a week filming in and around Tillman, as well as various locations around campus. With the cast of extras, providing for them became a necessity. So what does it take to provide for a cast of hundreds?
It takes a lot. It's a lot of shopping, back and forth to the stores, getting this and that, because you got to take care of, everybody, what their specific needs are, as far as like the cast and crew. But everybody, it's just demanding sometimes because everybody got picky people,
Aside from the filming and feeding of the hundreds of extras here on campus, one problem remains unforeseen by the movie cameras: traffic. With traffic being rerouted, students have had to find alternate routes to their classes. However, students are pretty much used to maneuvering around campus.
Well, what happens is you'll be leaving for class on time, and you'll live off campus, and you go the way you always go. And then there's 4 cop cars. You can't go through, so you go out to Oakland Avenue to go that way, and that's blocked too. So you try one way and you're stuck, and then you go around, try another way, and then you're 20 minutes late.
But it seems that students aren't the only ones being affected by the movie.
And, with our research, we understand that there's some ghosts at the university also that seem to live here, and that's kind of a nice component to making a horror film, is shooting at a university that may already have some spirits. So it's interesting. I also understand we disturbed them a little bit yesterday by taking down some of their portraits in Tillman. So we hope we're not disturbing them too much, and thank them for letting us be here.
Disturbed spirits notwithstanding, expect Asylum to hit the multiplex in 2007. With photographer Justin Peterson, I'm John Poole reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
And when we return, Aaron Parker shows us the best places to relax in Rock Hill.
And we'll give you the secret behind one of the area's most talented performers. But first, let's check in with Brooke Barber at the sports desk. Brooke?
Coming at you, we've got added strength in the training room at the Coliseum and football touching down on campus. Stay with us, Winthrop.
One by one, it strikes.
And when it comes hard.
The problem is boredom.
The Deacon Student Union is here to help.
With events held weekly, the Deacon Student Union, or DSU as it is called, puts a lot of effort into promoting and organizing events. The organization is dedicated to providing leadership opportunities, encouraging involvement, and increasing participation in Winthrop campus life.
I think the purpose of the DSU is to promote diversity through events and expose the students to new ideas and activities and different forms of entertainment that they may not be used to.
Winthrop students have an unprecedented opportunity.
Acting as a whole.
Acting as a whole.
We can overcome this dilemma.
To fight boredom.
Experience different cultures.
Make new friends.
And help make boredom history.
One by one.
By one.
Please visit this website for more information.
We, as a body of the Resident Students Association,
promise to teach and learn from each other.
Bring innovative, quality programming to the university.
Maintain active membership within the Winthrop residential environment while serving the surrounding Rock Hill communities.
Provide a foundation for leadership growth and opportunities.
And continue to play an active role and serve as an ambassador for Winthrop University on state, regional, and national levels.
To see your Resident Students Association, stop by Kiner 115 at 9:15 p.m. every Tuesday for our regular weekly meetings.
You don't need to travel very far to find a great place to relax outdoors. Reporter Aaron Parker tells us where you can find some great parks right here in Rock Hill.
You probably passed Cherry Park several times while traveling up and down Cherry Road. But how often have you taken the opportunity to see what Cherry Park has to offer?
We have an area over near the picnic area. They want to bring like a frisbee or football, throw around. Unfortunately, our fields are scheduled very heavily.
Although the athletic fields at Cherry Park are heavily booked during the fall, Winthrop students may benefit from some of the walking trails and picnic areas that are available on the grounds.
I went actually a couple of weeks ago to go lay out, and there were a bunch of kids there playing, I guess, frisbee. What's that, ultimate frisbee?
Cherry Park isn't the only park located in Rock Hill. The new Manchester Meadows Athletic Facility recently opened and offers everything from tennis courts to a park play area, perfect for a great afternoon outdoors. It is also conveniently located next to Manchester Cinemas. So, Winthrop, just because we're a bunch of mature college students doesn't mean we can't take the opportunity to check out some of the great parks Rock Hill has to offer. With photographer Walter McDaniel, I'm Aaron Parker reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
Clean Air Works recently made a visit to Winthrop to give students and faculty a solution for their pollution. Tim Francisco has more.
An organization called Clean Air Works has launched a pilot program working with employers to educate employees on how to conserve energy by carpooling, biking, and walking, among other things.
Our thinking is that if people understand the problem, then they're going to be better able to combat the problem or do something about it.
One of the main concerns Clean Air Works has is the quality of ozone from day to day. On days of higher ozone levels, people are more at risk and conservation becomes vital. So what is Clean Air Works doing to help inform students on how to cut back on pollution?
We are working with faculty and staff. We're doing more informational types of things with the students, but faculty and staff, we're trying to set people up with carpool partners or trying to find them better commutes so they're not driving alone in the traffic or during peak rush hour times.
We all can contribute in keeping the air clean in simple ways. For a list of ideas and more information, check out cleanairworks.org. With photographer Brandon Taylor, I'm Tim Francisco reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
After years of performing around the world, Kelly Sumter tells us where Rock Hill's very own musical legend hides.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Fatback Band.
Take a trip down memory lane to the days before CDs and cassettes. Remember the days of vinyl records, the days of Johnny King, the days of the Fatback Band. Born in Rock Hill in 1940, Johnny King, best known as Bogey, was born with the gift of music. At the age of 17, Bogey packed his bags and headed off to Harlem, New York, where he joined the Fatback Band, and they would make it big.
We was killing them, boy. That Fatback Band, boy, we was so funky. Woo! And when we played, man, they just couldn't stop dancing.
The Fatback Band released their first single, Street Dance, selling over 100,000 units in New York. Success had finally come for the group. They were at the start of their careers and felt invincible. Invincible to everything but race. Even though they were famous entertainers, they still faced segregation and the laws of Jim Crow.
Yeah, I'm dumb. I thought it was supposed to be like that, colored and white signs and all that stuff.
The Fatback Band continued touring worldwide, but writing hit after hit fell short, and the days of the Fatback Band came to an end. Bogey returned to Rock Hill and opened his own electronic repair shop.
Though it may seem Bogey Shop gets lost amongst buildings off of Main Street, he makes the phrase, small things come into big packages, all come true.
Looks are deceiving when it comes to this shop. This building not only houses electronics to be fixed, it also serves as a studio for anyone who shares his love for music. With all of his talents and titles, how does a person describe this legend?
You know, I'm just a person, you know. Person just love music, love electronics, you know.
Johnny King, the humble and quiet musical legend of Rock Hill, is a true diamond in the rough. With photographer Brooke Barber, I'm Kelly Sumter, Winthrop Close Up.
When we come back, we'll have your Eagle Sports update.
But first, let's see what's coming up in entertainment and cultural events.
Coming up in your entertainment and culture events, we will preview the theater department's latest on-stage creation and tell you all about the upcoming Blues Festival downtown. Stay tuned.
1840s. Sororities were founded based on a set of principles such as Christian womanhood and social nature and also for service. And that's no different than what our sororities here do today. They all have social aspects where they hold different, mixers and things where our social nature where the sisters can get to know each other and have an outlet from classes, which is one of the main reasons why they were created. But they also do a lot of service. Come out and join the Woo Crew and have fun with a bunch of Winthrop students. Pay $5, you get a free t-shirt, free playoff games for any sport, and everything here is free. You get benefits during the game, whatever. We get free pizza during the game, stuff like that. Come out and have fun with your fellow students. Go Eagles.
Welcome back to the Eagle Sports Update. I'm Brooke Barber. All athletes are welcoming a new member to the team this year. Reporter Chris Gaynor has a strong grip on the story.
Andy Cutler is the new strength and conditioning coach this year for the Winthrop Eagles. He believes that a good relationship is the key to success on and off the court.
But I think what we'd all like to do is get to know all the athletes. I want the athletes to know my face, know who I am, what I expect, as well as the other two.
A football player at Cincinnati University, Cutler has the attitude that every athlete has the potential to be the best.
My goals are just so when the students graduate here after 4 or 5 years that, physically they don't have any, they've met their physical peak. I think it'd be frustrating for athletes who graduate and look back and are a little upset that physically they didn't reach their goals. They could have ran a little faster, they could have jumped a little higher, they could have gotten stronger. They could have done things. I just know as an athlete myself, you don't ever want to be finished with your time, whether it be your freshman year, your senior year, whenever your time is over. You don't ever want to be to the point where you're upset that you didn't reach your goals. So for me, physically, I just want to max you guys out and get you guys to where, when you look back when you're done, you know you did everything physically possible to put yourself in a position to perform as best you can on the court or the playing field or wherever it may be.
Toughness, hard work, and dedication is what is expected. But with Coach Kettler's new agenda, strength will come. With photographer Jeremy Harriet, I'm Chris Gaynor reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
You don't have to leave campus to catch a good college football game. Macon Carr has more from the field.
The players don't wear pads or helmets. They don't tackle each other either. But they are playing football. Flag football, that is. Students across campus have teamed up with their friends and are participating in the fall 2006 Intramural Flag Football League. So how is flag football different from regular football?
Basically, the only thing that's different besides it and regular football is the penalty for flag guarding when you're running. You can't actually hold it under your shoulder. You have to hold it up high. And then also, obviously, there's no tackling, and there's not involved, that kind of sucks.
Although many students would prefer to have a real football team, some believe that there are some pluses to having intramural flag football.
Well, intramural football is free to watch, and also it's more student involvement because there's so many teams that can play.
I wish we did have football here, but I like having intramurals. I think we should have both because it's a chance for the non-athletes to play sport.
Many students come to the games and support their friends, while others simply come for entertainment.
It's really entertaining to watch these people who've not played a whole lot of football come out and kind of embarrass themselves, but yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch.
You don't have to go long to catch a football game here at Winthrop. Just head out to the Coliseum Monday through Thursdays from 6 to 10 and see how the Eagles do football. With photographer Kripa Amatia, I'm Megan Carr reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
The men's basketball team is gearing up for their first time in the limelight. Russell Felder explains.
6 months have passed since the men's basketball team won their right to go dancing in the NCAA basketball tournament with a win of their 6th Big South championship. But the wait is almost over as the Eagles gear up for the NIT season tip-off in November. The NIT season tip-off invites top teams around the nation to play at regional sites before playing in the semifinals and championship games at Madison Square Garden. And with Charlotte being the regional site, Winthrop was invited to play against teams like Iona, Sacred Heart, and regional favorite North Carolina. Jason Capel, Assistant Athletic Director, says that Winthrop is proud to be selected to play in this top tournament.
The NIT has a lot of tradition, a lot of history, and for a school like ours, to be invited is a big honor.
While the Eagles may play close to home at Charlotte Bobcats Arena, Winthrop students will have to pay top cash to see their beloved Eagles play live and in person.
Tickets for the high-level seats start at $70, while lower-level tickets will cost $105. The prices have caused some fans to turn away from the game.
Prices are way too high for college students. It's $75 for a college student. That's way too high, being that most college students don't even have jobs, to pay for it.
I do believe that if they really want to go and maybe not have to pay the full price for tickets, that they can try to go the first night or the second night.
The men's basketball team has had success in the past in preseason tournaments. Last season, Winthrop defeated Marquette in the Pepsi Blue and Gold Championship on the way to another Big South Championship. Who knows what a win the NIT tournament could lead to in the future? With photographer Ruth McCrae, I'm Russell Felder, reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
And finally, the men and women's soccer teams battled through tough conference opponents, and the volleyball team is back at home after 3 weeks. Let's check out some of the action in this week's edition of Eagle Highlights.
Go, Eagles! E-A-G-L-E-S, go, Eagles, go!
Make sure you stick around for next week's Eagles Sports Update. We'll tell you what some of the wives of the coaches are cooking up, and we might even sweeten up the show with a little banana split. Thanks for watching. Now over to Kelly Sumter with your entertainment and cultural events. Welcome back, Winthrop. Thanks for tuning in to this week's edition of Entertainment and Cultural Events. I'm Kelly Sumter. The first student-run play of the semester finally hits the stage. Reporter Megan Turbeville has the preview.
Places, life, Shakespeare. The Complete Works of Shakespeare Abridged is a new production by the theater department that is completely student-run. Director Stephen Say is taking advantage of the experience he is gaining by working on this play.
The benefits would have to be the fact that it is student-run. I'm a student, my stage manager is a student, all of my designers are students, so it's a really great learning experience.
Don't be scared of the name Shakespeare. This play is sure to make everyone laugh.
Like that. Basically, my character and the other two characters in the show, we do the 36 plays, and we go in and out of the plays and do them all in an hour and a half.
Careful, I got a camera.
And don't expect to come just to watch the play.
What can the audience expect? They can expect to laugh. They're going to have a good time, and I sincerely hope they have a good time. And look for some audience participation.
Remember to mark your calendar September 27th through 30th at 8 p.m. in Johnson Theater for the Complete Works of Shakespeare Abridged. You will also receive cultural event credit. With photographer Stephanie Cronkleton, I'm Megan Turbeville reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
Have you got the blues? Reporter Corey Brunks takes us downtown to let you know why everyone is about to have the blues.
Main Street. This year it's where everything goes down once again as the second annual Downtown Blues Festival returns to Rock Hill.
It's going to be a great time. We've got music in each venue, and last year it was packed out. We expect an even larger crowd this year, so get your tickets early.
So why should you come out and have fun?
The Blues Festival is a wonderful way to come and enjoy Rock Hill, you know, the town that you're going to be living in for 4 years, or if you've already been here 2 or 3 years.
So we've got what, where, and why, but what about who?
We have so many that are going to be so good, but to mention a few, Carl Ratliff, who plays with the group Moment's Notice. That group will be at the Wachovia Plaza, and I believe that's Thursday night, the Thursday night of the festival. And he's just awesome, incredible sax player.
The only thing that's missing is when, and that's October 5th through 7th from 8 p.m. to midnight. For more information, you can log on to rockhillarts.org. With photographer Jason Paul, I'm Corey Brunk reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
Don't forget to mark your calendars. Here's a list of all the upcoming cultural events on campus. That's all for this week's entertainment and culture events. Stay tuned next week when a reporter Allison Rao takes us to all the hottest spots in Charlotte. Plus, we will give you a sneak peek at all the ghosts and goblins at Scarowinds. Now back to Brandon and Stephanie at the news desk.
That's all the news happening around campus this week.
Now for some stories that have campus talking. In Illinois, 3 children were found drowned and hidden in the washing machine of their home. The children were found after a weekend-long search when the mother was found slain in a nearby field with the fetus cut from her pregnant body. The accused killer, Tiffany Hall, a frequent babysitter and family friend, was the one who tipped police off to the whereabouts of the children.
Good news for commuters this week. According to the Lundberg survey, gas prices dropped 24 cents to a national average of $2.42. Students should be slow to get excited because the survey also suggests that prices may go up soon.
In New Orleans, the Saints are playing their first game since Hurricane Katrina, and the grass couldn't be any greener. The reconstruction effort took a year and cost a total of $185 million. The dome, which once housed flooded refugees, is now serving as a beacon of hope for the city, which is just beginning to recover its identity. The team received a King's coronation with collaboration from rock bands U2 and Green Day.
That's all the news happening this week.
Join us next week for the most up-to-date Winthrop news, sports, and entertainment. I'm Brandon Taylor.
And I'm Stephanie Graddick. Thanks for watching.